When I was 12, I got lost in the Sky Lakes Basin. Now, the Sky Lakes is the largest, most undisturbed wilderness in Oregon. And I got lost there when I was 12 and terrified. And I swore revenge. Well, 10 years later, when I was 22, I went back and got removed by a horrible storm. Worst storm I'd ever seen there. So, got better gear, went back, did it again. Worst mosquitoes I had ever seen in my life. Got me out of there again. So I went back again. My gear wasn't balanced out correctly, so I couldn't go in too far. So I went back a fourth time. I finally had all my gear worked out and conquered the Sky Lakes Basin. Since then, I've gone to and I've explored deserts in Arizona, Mexico, swamps in Florida, jungles in Hawaii, and tundra in Alaska, and all over the place, guys. But the one thing, I survived all those things easily, but the one thing that almost killed me, Vegas. That was the one that almost killed me, guys. I lived the Hangover trilogy before it even came out. And that's where these come in, guys, because I've got a patch on here for a lot of my adventures, a lot of the places I'd ever been. For example, Idaho. That's a state, the whole thing's forgettable, believe me. Paddle faster, guys. I hear banjo music. That's from my hometown. Mount St. Helens. I'm old enough to remember when that thing blew. Remember seeing ash in the sky in the summertime. It was hot. It looked like it was snowing. I'm that old. Zion National Park. So I got approached by the cult of the FLDS. That's a fundamental LDS. And they tried to get me to join. They offered me a wife and a job and the whole 9 yards. And I said, I am not falling for that. That is the most elaborate pyramid scheme I have ever seen, but I'm just barely smart enough to figure it out. Now this one, guys, medical. It's a symbol for a medic. And I have a full medical kit in here, and I can take care of you, but I'm not looking at any weird rashes. So, guys, the reason I'm doing this is for this reason. See, I have a feeling what happened was when the good Lord was making me, they ran short of common sense. So he said, just give them a little, how much tenacity do we have? Oh, we got crate loads of that. Okay, just give them a little extra, sweep it under the rug, keep it under your hat. And so I've got to keep trying, or else I won't make it, guys. Where a lot of you would figure stuff out easily, I don't. It takes me try after try, and eventually I figure things out. And that's where my new patch is going to come in, guys. This is the new patch that's going on, and the story behind it is this. I wanted to show my wife the Sky Lakes Basin when we first got married, because it was the most stunningly beautiful thing I had ever seen. I've had showdowns there with bears and rattlesnakes and all kinds of things, and quicksand, and you name it in there. So anyway, guys, we go in there, and a bear blows by me, and he's running for his life. I couldn't figure out what happened. He opened up a log full of hornets. So these hornets came at us. One of them stings my wife. I throw myself in front of my wife like a human shield, right? So I get stung 5 times. 5 times. She gets stung once. Her leg swells up to the size of a watermelon. So I get her to the ER, right? And she's worried about me after she got treated and everything. And she says, you got stung 5 times. You must be in really bad shape. And I said, oh no. Actually, look, they're all gone. I'm actually immune. And then that's when my wife was furious. She's, what? Why did I have to suffer and you didn't? That sucks. Now, guys, I think she got in her mind that the doctor was going to come in there and say, I'm terribly sorry, Kim, but your husband is going to pine away slowly on a breathing machine. We've been trying to keep him alive, but he's just not going to make it. And his last words to you was, "My sacrifice was worth it." And then maybe it would have been a worthy sacrifice, because I might have suffered enough. And I think she was counting on Dr. Thick Black Hair Von Rippling Chest to come in there and say, "Well, don't worry, your husband had a $3 million Hornet policy of insurance, so you're good there, and I just happen to, I'll be the one comforting you upon your husband's imminent demise. And did I mention that I have a chateau in the Hamptons, of which I am a member of the country club?" And all those dreams were dashed when I was sitting there unharmed. That's when, guys, I figured out something. You know what I should have done? I should have acted like each one of those things was a shotgun blast, and I was just taking them, Matrix style, right? And then make up some story. Yeah, they pumped me full of so many meds and antihistamines and anti-venoms. I barely survived. That's what I should have done, guys. Should have said, you know, I had scorpion venom, wasp venom, you know, anti-venom, anti-shark, shark anti-venom. Well, you're not going to have an anti-anything for a shark. You get bit by one of those, you're just dead, period. Well, anyway, we get back to the house, and I tell my wife, you know what, let's just watch nature on TV. It's safer for you. So we're watching it, and she starts asking me before the show starts, she says, hey, what's the deal with spirit animals? You know, why are people talking about spirit animals? And she's Native American, so she's real curious about it. And I explained to her different belief systems behind spirit animals, and how some people identify with those according to their personality. So anyway, guys, we watch a show about the honey badger. And in the show, the commentator says, "Oh, the honey badger, he goes into a log. He sees a nest full of honeybees, the African honeybees that are extra aggressive, but he won't back off. The honey badger's different. And he got stung 156 times, but he still got every last piece of honey." So later, that same honey badger gets bit by a pit viper. A pit viper! And they showed a lion who got killed by a pit viper, right? So the same viper, same type of viper, bites this this honey badger, and the honey badger ends up eating the pit viper because he's immune to his venom. After that, he starts trying to get into a lion's kill, and he isn't going to back off to a lion. He's like, no way. So the lion bites him from the back of the neck and picks him up, and the commentator says, "And now the lion's in a real fix, because he can't put the honey badger down, because the minute he does, he's going to have a face full of claws and teeth." And the honey badger's sitting there going, "Rawr, rawr." And then that's when my wife says, "That's you. You're like one of those stupid things." So guys, you don't have to be intelligent, you just have to be super tenacious to earn the coveted honey badger badge, because honey badger don't care. So that's what I got, guys. It's going on here. The honey badger patch. Now guys, a honey badger, like a wolverine, doesn't go around a mountain. It's too stubborn. It goes straight up it, right? So there's the same with me. I get a bad idea and I stick to it. Got a bad habit, I'm no quitter. So guys, they have anti-snake, or snake anti-venom, scorpion anti-venom, bee anti-venom, all these different ones, but they have any anti-shark venom? Shark anti-venom? I don't think you can do that with sharks.